Hello there and welcome back to the Squirrel Heed YouTube channel, and I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday, is it? I don't know. Sometimes with my shift times and patterns and stuff like that, I honest to God don't know what day it is, but I think it's Tuesday. Must be. It's France and Belgium tonight. Anyway, yeah. So I was going to do a little bit of a transfer video, but basically I think I just want to make a little transfer video that kind of relates to one of the people that we were linked with, and I didn't think it was actually someone that we would be linked with proper. Apologies as well, because obviously one of my objectives today is to get my thoughts across on our transfer window and some of the fan reaction to it so far. My other objective is to kind of stop my cat from jumping through the Dyson air fan that we've got going on here. So if you do hear any noise, it's that. If you hear any other noise, she's probably dove through it. Anyway, getting onto the transfer window sort of stuff. So I think the Redmen TV had posted something out or retweeted something from Paul Joyce, another guy that gets on Liverpool's radar with transfer rumours and links and stuff like that, and again tends to be someone that's quite reliable. And it retweeted something and basically said, "What's your thoughts on this, Reds?" And it said that Dybala will not be on his way to Liverpool this summer. I would like to know from anybody that actually really legitimately, and I'm not being sarcastic or anything like that. I'd love to hear from someone that actually thought Dybala would be on his way to Liverpool, and I'm being genuinely serious. And I just want to know why you thought that he would be on his way to Liverpool. I'm very much of the idea or the mindset that when we're linked to players that are pretty high profile players, to the point where people are saying Dybala is going to be, for Argentina, like Messi. He is going to be the closest thing that Argentina will have in the future to Messi. So having that already, and how he plays for Juventus as well, how he plays for them, and also it was criminal how little he was involved for the Argentinian team. It was absolutely criminal. I thought he should have been involved way more than a lot of players in that team for the World Cup. But regardless of that, I'm of the mindset where we've been linked to so many high-profile players over the years. If you include Dybala, you look at Higuain, you look at Benzema, people like that. We've been linked to people that were, when they were on top of their game. I'm not saying that Higuain isn't on top of his game, but like Benzema in his prime, Higuain when I think he was on his way to Napoli, just when he was leaving Real Madrid. We've been linked to so many players that I would say are high-profile players for so many years that I take everything with a pinch of salt. Take literally everything with a pinch of salt. So when the Dybala rumour came up, the same thing with like when we were linked with Buffon earlier in the window. We've been linked with Donnarumma. Every single transfer rumour, literally take it with a pinch of salt. Or if you like your salt like that, do you get that guy? No, let's not do that. Take it with a pinch of salt. That's all I would say. Take every single rumour, whether it's someone that's high profile like a Dybala, or if it's someone that's maybe not on everyone's radar like a Lascelles from Newcastle or something like that, of who we've been linked with. Take everything with a pinch of salt. The way that I would look at transfers is, are they in the Liverpool shirt? Are they stood there at Melwood? Are they stood there at Anfield? That is literally how I would look at transfers. There's no, I know that every fan base has them, but ITKs, or in the nose as they like to be known, stuff like that, are not worth following for your own sanity, because the amount of times that these people are wrong compared to the amount of times that they're right, and yet they seem to build their reputation off being right that 1 out of 10 times, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Go for the people like your Paul Joyce, like Dave Maddock, I think his name is, Melissa Reddy, these people that are closely linked with Liverpool. Other people, I wouldn't give them the time of day, unless you just want to have football banter on Twitter, which, if you do, I feel for you. I really do, because football banter on Twitter is just awful. It really is. It's horrific. It's terrible. It's not good. It's not good. You're going to argue with people all day about transfers and how Jurgen Klopp and FSG are failing Liverpool. Really? Are they failing us? Are they doing worse than Brendan Rodgers? Are they doing worse than Roy Hodgson? Really? I don't see it. Are we going out there and spending Man United money, Man City money, Chelsea money? No. We've also proved that we didn't have to. Now, if we did, yeah, we would bring in some, no doubt we would bring in some hellish players, but you've also, the two things you've got to recognise is that while we will break the bank for the players that we desperately need, that we know will improve our team, like Fabinho, like Keita, like Van Dijk, we have the most expensive defender in the world right now. We will break the bank for those that we need, but we won't just bring in people like someone like Dybala or something like that and break our transfer records over and over just because people want them to. And I know I say we, I am not affiliated with the club. The club don't know me, not employed by the club in any way. I'm just a supporter, I'm just a fan, and these are just my thoughts and views. But we're not going to bring people in that are really expensive players just because fans want us to bring in an expensive player. That's just not how it works with Liverpool. And it's not really how... Alright, it maybe does work with some teams. Real Madrid, they could afford to do it. They can bring in like a really expensive player, have it not work out, and just sell him and bring someone else in. James Rodriguez, that seems to be someone that I remember who had a fantastic World Cup last time out. Real Madrid got him, loaned him to Bayern Munich a season later, they bought him. They can do that. Those teams can do that. They're bankrolled in a different way than Liverpool are. So if we do bring in someone that is expensive, someone that isn't expensive, whichever way, they're going to come in because they're going to offer something to us, they're going to offer something to our first team, and they're going to be wanted by Jurgen Klopp. Now, I'm not saying that Jurgen Klopp doesn't want Dybala, I'm just saying that maybe he's got a different target in mind, and we've just got to wait it out and see. Let's not also forget the word that came out of Liverpool, or from, I think it was either James Pearce or Dave Maddox said, none of our transfer deals are going to happen while the World Cup is on, which suggests to me one thing, that maybe there's a sliver of hope that the Fekir deal is on because they're still in the World Cup. Is something going to happen with Shaqiri? I'm not sure. They're out of the World Cup, but regardless of that, I think it's literally going to hinge on, once the World Cup is over, our transfer market activity may start to go up, but it might not. So be prepared for that as well. You might see teams like Arsenal bringing in 5, 6, 7 players. You might see other teams bringing in quality players here and there, because they need them as well. And we might not do our business for another week or two, or maybe 2 or 3 weeks, or it could even be into the final week of the transfer window. I'm just saying, you've got to know, if you're a fan of Liverpool, you have to know that this is how it works. They're not going to come in, we're not just going to spend the money if we don't need to. If we don't, they're not just going to go out and buy somebody expensive because fans want an expensive signing, or a marquee signing as they're called these days. They're not going to do that. For me, I actually felt that like Naby Keita and Fabinho are quite marquee type signings. They're signings that we've needed for a long, long time. And we brought them in very, very early. People seem to forget that already. That high, that buzz that we got off Fabinho being rumoured 1 hour and the next hour being announced as a Liverpool player, it's gone. Everybody's gone because we're not signing a goalkeeper, because we haven't signed a centre-back yet, because we haven't got adequate backup in the wing areas yet. There's still time. If you're on demand, if you're just demanding transfers to be done, you are going to be disappointed. You've got to be a little bit more level-headed about transfers and how transfers work. You can't just, expect it to be like FIFA and just be like, I'm going to put in 100 million, I'm going to offer them 300 grand a week, bang, I'm going to get my player. Not how it works, and it certainly won't be how it works at Liverpool. Salah is our most well-paid player on 200 grand a week. You see how many people in the Premier League are actually paid around that amount. It's not how it works at Liverpool. So just don't disappoint yourself by getting so bigged up about Dybala coming to Liverpool, and then when it doesn't come on, look at these links properly, analyse where they're coming from. Juventus in the Champions League regularly, winning the title regularly. Come on, be level-headed about it, be realistic, enjoy you know, the rest of the World Cup that we've got right now. Enjoy the pre-season games, whether you enjoy them or not. Look, that's up to you guys. Which I think we've got a pre-season game tonight against Tranmere. I'm going to try and watch that alongside Belgium and France. We've got lots of things to look forward to. We've still got current players that we can look forward to seeing again improve. There's not really a great deal to be disappointed about, and if you're hinging our transfer business on us signing a goalkeeper, and I'll make this point especially, if you're going to be disappointed with our transfer window because we don't replace Karius, I don't really know what you're expecting, and I don't know if you really appreciate and know what kind of manager we have. He's someone that has faith in every player that he's ever bought until they do something like consistently wrong. At the moment, Karius has made two mistakes in one game. It happens, we've got to move on, and if you're not willing to move on, I'm not entirely sure whether, I don't know, I don't want to say is Liverpool for you, but if you're looking for that instant success, I don't know if you're going to find it at Liverpool and with transfers and stuff like that. I'd love us to go and win cups and, like, you know, we're getting back to a place where we can consistently put ourselves in the top four, consistently be in the Champions League perhaps. That's, you know, it's going to get tougher this year, no doubt, as every year will. I'd love us to be winning some trophies, domestic trophies or a European trophy, whatever. I'd love us to be doing that. But as long as we're building, I'm quite happy with where we're going. If we're moving forward, which I think we are, then I'm quite happy with that and where we're going. Come along for the ride, come along for the journey. The journey is the thing that is the most exciting time. When you get to the destination, that's when things can get a little bit not exciting. So I've kind of gone off tangent quite a bit, but I've just had a few things that I just wanted to say, just regarding transfers and that, and I just hope that some of you can relate to it. I'm certainly not having to go at people, but just measure your expectations a little bit, I would say. We're not doing too bad. We're not in a bad place here. We've just got to enjoy what we've got right now. Whatever comes in, bonus. I'm happy with that. And if you think that that's just me settling, fine, you can have that opinion. But that's where I'm at. Let me know where you're at. Let me know your thoughts as well relating to anything I've said in this video. If you agree, disagree, let me know it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will catch you later.